Hey, what is up guys? My name is BobLyn, aka PabLoon, and I am back with another ship review, and this is of the Tier 9 American heavy cruiser of the Oregon class, the Rochester. This thing is equipped with Smoke 2, 3 of uses in total, which is insane, DFAA2 and sonar. And let's get into the game straight away. We're going to take the build after this. So it is a tier 9 cruiser and we have a ton of those. And you're gonna think, okay, so this thing has smoke and why is it so special? It looks like a Baltimore. Is it a Baltimore? Well, yes, kind of, and no. It's an Oregon class cruiser, Oregon City class to be specific. And the Oregon City was the successor to the Baltimore, and it really does feel like a better Baltimore. And if you ask me, that is not a bad thing at all, actually. This is a 203mm cruiser, just like Baltimore, just like Des Moines, and the Wichita. This thing has just under 9-second reload. I think is 8.92 seconds. We are going to check that after this. And these guns are very accurate. I am running a accuracy build. The camo you see here is called Freedom, and it is very patriotic. I don't know why, but this specific one I actually kind of like. I'm not too keen on these. No offense, America. This is really has nothing to do with America. It's just, I don't know. It's just a little bit too much freedom. But I like this one. It's a pretty cool camo, and it does give you shell dispersion and range, if I'm not mistaken. So what you're seeing here is me and this Odin are pushing in, and I saw 2 BBs, and apparently this Maya popped up, and that's why I'm gonna smoke up my Odin. This is pretty much the worst situation you could be in an Odin and a heavy cruiser pushing into this cap. You don't really expect to see this many ships, but this is where Rochester can really be helpful. This Smoke 2 is big enough and powerful enough to cover both of us, and I take prop mod, so we actually manage to dodge those torpedoes, and along with the sonar we have, we get good fair warning of the torpedoes. We even see the Maya's second set here, as the Maya gets punished completely. Froggy is probably out after this. So you can see that the support capabilities that this thing has, and that is why I think this is a very good support cruiser. It is very good. You have smoke to protect your teammates and to protect yourself. You have very good AA, well, not very good, but it's definitely something a CV player should be threatened by. And your guns are very punchy. You can see we've already gotten 3 Citadels this game. We take a massive hit from the Isumo and the Vittorio Veneto, and this was a very close call, but we have our smoke. And notice how I'm instantly going to angle away from these guys and try to scoot under the shells. They're probably going to take a blind fire at me, if I was them at least. But we have a heal coming up. This was a risky play, but it was also a necessary play because we definitely took some heat away from our teammates, and look how much they're getting punished now. So I really think Rochester is a fun cruiser, and I honestly think it's very well balanced. I think it's fair, and the guns are just where you want them. Like, if you guys have played Baltimore, you know Baltimore feels kind of, how should I say, boring, lacking. And then when you get to Des Moines, it's like, okay, you have better rapid reloads, or you have more rapid reloads, you get radar 2, better AA. The guns also just feels more punchy. This feels like kind of like a tier 9 version of Des Moines with the guns. The guns are really punchy, except they don't reload in 6 seconds. They reload in almost 9. But they are more accurate, and it feels like the pen is just the same as a Des Moines. So all in all, I really do enjoy this ship. It's you know, it's another one of those tier 9 cruisers, but if you guys are collectors, or if you really just enjoy the American cruiser line, this one's gonna fit right in there. This is a very competitive tier 9 cruiser. I think I would honestly love to play this in ranked. Now, because my NA account is on, sorry, my press account is on NA, it's very difficult for me to try out ranked because it's, well, 4 AM in the morning for me when I have to play it. So if I do get it on my main account, I will definitely bring it into ranked, and I think it's just a very consistent, easy to use cruiser. It's not very hard to use. It's good at killing DDs as well, guys. This AP slaps DDs. It you can see it goes 12.11 kilometers, which is, well, just shy of what a Des Moines range is. Now, granted, Des Moines does not have a lot of range either, but it just feels like, yeah, like I said, the better version of Baltimore, which it is. It is an Oregon City class, and that was the successor. So it all makes sense, really. It's just funny they're in the same tier, right? So here we see this North Carolina on our side, instantly smoke up and just bow in this guy. It's the same gameplay as if you were playing a Des Moines or a Baltimore. You just want to kind of bow in, but now that you have a smoke, you can actually get your rear turret off and not really be exposing yourself too much. That's what I really liked about this. Obviously, when you give anything with 203 smoke and you know, quite a fast reload and a sonar, so you're protected as well, and good AA, don't forget that, it becomes quite fun. It's a, you know, devastating little package here that is quite easy to handle, and the shell arcs also weren't, you know, the highest in the world. As you can see, they're quite easy to use. So all in all, I would say you know, I would recommend this ship. A ship I'm gonna get myself if I ever see it in the shop. I don't know how it's gonna release, but definitely a PabLoon seal of approval. It is a recommendation for me for sure. I really had fun with this ship. Now let's go back and take a look at the way I set it up. So my Rochester here, I just wanted to show you guys what the stats were, and you can see it's actually closer to 8 seconds than 9. It's 8.20 without reload mod, and you can see we have a sub 10-second turn time. 9 seconds of turn time is very good if you ask me, and it's just fine. 8% fire chance, good HE as well, as you can see, and the AP slaps. Turrets turn decently fast, and as you can see, we also have secondaries, 127s, nothing special, and you can see we get quite a good surface detection with the build I'm running. For the elite bonus, I take internal bulkhead upgrade. It's the same as on the Des Moines and the Baltimore and all those. Fire and flooding chance does not make sense on these ships, so yeah, take the internal bulkhead. Here you see the Freedom camo, and it gives range and shell dispersion, which makes this a very, very competitive sniper. At the ranges, it can do that. Here's the historical camo. I really like this camo. I think it looks amazing wargaming, and why is it not the better one? I don't know. I really like the colors on this, so if I get this ship, I'm probably gonna end up using the historical camo. Here are my supplies, and let's get into the equipment. I take dispersion because it's not a DPM ship. Well, it is, but it's not like Des Moines where you want to just, you know, shoot all the time. I take prop mod, where that is for the smokes and for the bow tanking. You know, going back and forth in my smoke, trying to avoid torpedoes and stuff. And of course, concealment systems, because that is just most cruisers should run concealment. It's just a meta, to be honest. We're running battlefield support, of course, artillery maintenance, air defense expert, survivalist, and we are running recon and surveillance, not exploit weakness actually in this one. I preferred the AP over the HE. And as you can see, we can take double heals with Mistweaver, which is a very more sustained focused build than you would on a Des Moines. You would take APCS, and I'm taking Citadel Strike because the pen on these AP shells is very good, guys. This ship slaps, like I said. So I hope you enjoyed this video on the Rochester. Like I said, recommendation from me, but nothing more else to say from me than I hope you have a great day, and I am signing out.